Excellent. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good Saturday morning. We are in May, and maybe that is our last month. Maybe not, but hey, another day closer to when it's all going to be done and over with. So, welcome to the core and stretch class. First 10 minutes are going to be core, and then we're going to reclaim our bodies from a long week. So, as always, especially if you're fairly new to doing core with me, I'm going to go pretty fast. And if anything does not feel right, slow down, modify, and I will show sometimes modifications, and sometimes because I really don't have any feedback and I'm truly just looking at my own reflection here, you guys please modify as you see fit. Most importantly, 10 minutes later, I want you stronger, but definitely not in pain. Well, maybe just a little bit of burning. All right, good Saturday morning. So go ahead and lie down on your backs. You're gonna straighten your legs for me to start with. And what I want you to do is take a nice deep inhale, and with an exhale, squeeze your belly button into your spine, pressing the lower back into the mat. The tailbone is going to actually come slightly in. And again, inhale, and with an exhale, just getting our abs really engaged. One more time, inhale and exhale. Very nice. Okay, so keep your legs nice and wide and pretty straight. We're gonna start lifting. I can hear somebody in the background, Molly. I don't know who that is. If you don't mind checking to see if somebody is unmuted. All right, take an inhale and count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Halfway only and back. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3. Keep your shoulders relaxed. 2, 3. All the way down. 1, 2, 3. And only halfway up. 1, 2, 3. If you're advanced, lift your right leg. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alternate if you're lifting. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 5 down, 5 to go. 1, 2, 3. You should be shaking just a tad. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Support your neck if you have to. 3, 1, 2, 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 3. Last 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just one more. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Now we're going to go for a full sit-up, and with a little bit of a twist. Feel free to use your arms if you have to. Otherwise, keep your hands either on your chest or behind your head, supporting your neck. Legs are still straight and still wide. When you lift, you're going to rotate to the right, coming back, and rotate to the left. Come all the way, fully up. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4. Momentum kicks in. 5, 5. Open your chest. Please relax through your shoulders. Good job. Starting to engage our obliques here. This is our 7. Give me a nice rotation, warming up also your lower back. This is 8, just 2 more. Exhaling is always on the way up. 10 and 10. Very nice. Good. Lean back, and from here, if you want to place your hands under your tailbone to help you with this, perfectly fine. If you want to keep your hands behind your head, lifting your shoulder blades off the floor, lift, tap your feet against each other and drop them back down. Ready? Inhale and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very nice. Rotate onto your left side. At least that's where I'm going to start. We're going to work a little bit on our obliques. And right now we're going to start with our hips on the floor. And all you're going to try and do is lift your knees towards your chest and straighten them out, trying to keep your hips off the floor. If you need to keep your hand here, please do. Try not to roll all the way onto your glutes. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, don't lean back, 8, 9, 10. Straighten your legs. You can always drop the left knee on the floor. Reach, open, and bring your right arm under your chest. Open, lift, in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, very nice. Bring your right arm up toward the ceiling, and we're gonna start dropping our hips down and up. You've got 2 options. Well, option number 1, easy with your left knee on the floor. Option number 2, with your legs stacked. And finally, option number 3, with your left leg bent in front of your chest. Ready? And inhale, exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. You definitely feel that all in the left obliques. Switching sides. First one, find your balance. Find the strength in your obliques to lift your legs and then start to bend, bringing them towards your chest and out. 2, 3, don't sink into your right shoulder, please. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very nice. Knee on the floor or legs stacked. Lift, come back and rotate under. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last exercise for your right obliques. Right knee on the floor, legs stacked, or right leg up in the air. Drop your hips down and exhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. Rotate onto your elbows, roll your shoulders back. We're going to press into our toes, moving our body forward with our chest trying to reach your folded hands. Ready? Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now go ahead and release your right leg and left leg only. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, switch, right foot, and again, almost there. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop on your knees, relax your shoulders, reset. You're gonna, while last thing here, if you have to keep your hands on the floor, please, no worries at all, watch your lower back. Otherwise, bring your arms in front of you. You're gonna rotate your legs to the left, kick them out, coming back into the center. Ready? Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, switching sides. Arms to the left, legs to the right. Keep them really, really strong. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, chest is open. 10, alternate. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, almost done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I think we have attacked our abs from pretty much every single perspective here. So go ahead and lie down on your bellies. Let me stop this music because it's not very appropriate for stretching. Hopefully you cannot really hear it. All right, so we are going to do one thing here that I would like for you to try with me. And then I want you to try and remember this exercise and try and do it. We probably sit and walk more than we normally do. And that would be a really nice exercise as a shoulder opener and really helps with our posture. Go ahead and open up your tummy now because all your core muscles, pull your shoulders back and relax through the spine. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Very nice. And go ahead and find your hands, bring them by your chest, lift all the way up, and from here into your child's pose. And tuck your tailbone under and then gently shift your hips side to side just to give your lower back a little bit of a stretch here. We're going to start with our upper body and then go all the way to the lower body. And what I would like for you to do is find, and it's hard to do when there's a full class, but now that I know that you have an access to some kind of a wall, I want you to please come up and stand against that wall. Place your feet a little bit farther out so that your entire spine is against the wall. This is the only standing exercise that we're going to do today, but I really want you to try that. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Press your shoulders and your shoulder blades flat against the floor, against the wall. And now go ahead and release your arms. Press the back of your hand all the way through your forearm and through your elbow into your wall. Good. And from here, with your next inhale, lift your arms, try and keep that connection to the wall, and then slide them down. 4 more times. Nice and long inhale. Your tailbone is against the wall. Your shoulders are against the wall. 3 more times. Nice and long. Two more times. One more time. Very nice. Go ahead and release that. So we have just activated our shoulders in a nice and gentle way. So go ahead and sit down, nice and comfortable. And that comfortable, maybe cross-legged, maybe you are on your knees, maybe your legs are in front of you. Whatever you do, I'm very interested in your spine being as straight as possible. Roll your shoulders once again, up, back, and down. Reach your arms behind you and clasp them. Now, if it's hard for you to clasp them, grab your towel and find your variation. And what I need you to do from here is go ahead and pull your arms onto the left side of your body and rest them on your left side of your body and rest them on your left hip. Good, wonderful, awesome. The more you're bringing that right arm over, the more you should also feel a nice stretch in your shoulder. But from here, we're going to go ahead and drop our left ear toward our left shoulder. Breathe. Maybe close your eyes. Whatever makes you a little bit more relaxed into it. Gently pull your left shoulder back. Don't allow it to climb up towards your ear. It's your ear that is coming down. So there's a little bit of that extra stretch that comes from you trying to reach your ear to your shoulder. Good, wonderful. And let's try that on the other side. Release your arms back, bring them to the right side, to your right hip. Pull that left shoulder back, right shoulder back, chest is open, and drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So first allow gravity to take care of some of it, and then start to nudge it a little bit more, feeling a nice big stretch in the left side of your neck, in your shoulder. We're gonna get pretty deep here in the neck. If there's anything that does not feel quite right, I need you to be very gentle and go back into neutral position. Very nice. Go ahead and release that. So we're starting here nice and slow. This next one is going to be a little bit more of a movement. And before we actually go into the stretch, and you probably have done this with me before. So place your hands clasped on the back of your head, drop your chin down, inhale, and with an exhale, go ahead and drop your elbows, press your chin down, and open up with an inhale, nice and long. And again. And open up. 3 more times. You're exhaling as you're pressing your head gently, gently, gently down. And you're inhaling when you're lifting and you're pressing your head back into your hands. 2 more times, please. Open up again. And one last time, and this time, we're gonna nudge and hold it here and breathe. And hopefully this feels good. Hopefully you start feeling the stretch both in the neck, but also in the top part of your spine. I definitely feel it coming down right almost between my shoulder blades. Please don't round your back. That defeats the purpose. Just one more breath, please. Good. Lift your elbows and then come all the way up. Reach your arms up, 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 up. Good. Very wonderful. And one last thing we're going to do to our neck before we start moving into the rest of the body is, so you're going to rotate your nose to about 45 degrees. You're going to place your right hand sort of above your left ear. And then I want you to gently press it down like you're trying to, all right, sniff under your right arm. Keep your left shoulder pulled back. Only go as far as you feel the stretch. please make sure that there's no pain. And wonderful, nice and gentle. Release the pressure and go ahead and lift. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're rotating first to about 45 degrees away from that front axis, I guess. Right hand comes not exactly on the back of your head, but sort of in between the back of your head and your right ear. And then once again, you're rotating your head like you're trying to reach your nose right under your left arm. Gently pull your right shoulder away from your right ear now. Chest is still lifted. One more breath. Very nice. Release the pressure. Nice and gentle, lifting it all the way up. And just go side to side. Easy. Hopefully the neck is slightly longer. Good. Give me rotation. Left, back, right. Forward, left, back, right. Forward. One more time. Good. And now we're going to go in the opposite direction. Right, back, left, forward. And again. And one last time. Very wonderful. All right, so shoulders. We've already done a little bit. If it's easy for you to be in a kneeling position, which helps keep the back straight, that's great. Doesn't really matter. Grab your towels, and we're going to try and do what we did against the wall. Lift your arms in front of you. Pull that strap or your towel that you're holding apart. Like really activate your shoulders. Draw them all the way back. And with your next inhale, lift. Drop your shoulders. Make sure that you're not craning your neck. Inhale, inhale, reach. And go ahead and pull with your right arm. Just pull. Arms are really, really straight. You should feel a nice stretch in the left side of your body and throughout your entire left arm. And start to pull now with your left arm. Gentle, lifting, 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 and good. Don't lean. It's all about your shoulders and your arms. Nice. Lift your arms back to center and bend your elbows. Draw them all the way behind you. Bring that strap or that towel behind you. Try to be as far away from the back of your head as you can. And it's okay if you cannot quite do it like this, but this is what you're trying to do. You're arching your back, you're inhaling, and with an exhale, you're pulling. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Good, one last time. Inhaling, nice and slow, coming all the way up. And exhaling, draw it down. Good. Lift it all the way up again. We'll come back to the shoulders at the end, but for now, go ahead and gently bring them all the way forward and release. Awesome. All right, sitting down once again, comfortable. Cross-legged. Good. Opening up the spine, reaching your arms up and lean to the right. And come right away through the center and lean to the left. Come again through the center, separate your arms. Right hand comes down on the floor to the right side of your body, and you're gently leaning to the right. Stay here, breathe. Make sure that your left hip remains on the floor. And don't press. Allow the gravity to take care of it, and bring your right hand as far as you feel comfortable, whatever supports you now. One more breath. And gently coming all the way through the center. Reaching once again up. This part is important. Separate your ribcage from your hips. And start to lean to the left. Bring that left hand. Let it support you. As little effort as possible so your body actually is not resisting. Breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. You may feel it all the way into your right glute. It really depends on how tight you are in your spine. This is a very good way of opening it up. Coming all the way back through the center. Beautiful. And then we're going to rotate. We're rotating to the right. Drop your arms, drop your hands. So your left hand ends up on your right knee and your right hand behind you. Easy does it. Shift your chest forward. Your neck is long. And with an exhale, start to draw your right shoulder as far back as you can. Try not to round your lower back here. If it becomes too uncomfortable, come back into neutral position. Use your breathing as your guide. Every time you exhale, you nudge your body or your spine to open up just a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit more. One more breath, please. Chest is really, really open. Very nice. When you start to come out of this one, please take your time. Awesome. Reach your arms again all the way. Move, 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 and drop to the left. Right hand ends up on your left knee, left hand behind you. Everything is open. Yes. And again, chest opens up with an inhale, and with an exhale, you draw your left shoulder as far behind you as you can. Inhaling and exhaling, just a tiny bit more. 2 more breaths, please. Very wonderful. Coming all the way back through the center. Place your hands in front of you and very gently round your back this time. Drop your head, relax and lengthen your spine. It's ready. 2 more breaths. Very nice. And we are back on the mat on all 4 at first. And we are going to start working with our legs. So place your right foot forward between your hands. Take your time opening things up. So you really want to make sure that your knee is aligned with your heel. Feel free to lay your right shoulder on your right thigh and just to start to open up. There's so many places you may be feeling this stretch, but mainly I assume that you would be feeling it in your left hip thrust. We're going to go for a little bit of movement just to kind of get blood going to help us. So get ready to shift your hips back with your exhale. Ready? Inhale and exhale. And again, inhale, bring it forward. And if you need to take a few extra breaths, no big deal. I just want you to really let your air out of your system when you're folding forward. It'll help you come a little bit deeper into it. Keep your hands available. And again. Two more times. Open, pressing just a tiny bit more forward. Pull your shoulders just a tiny bit back. And keep your shoulders back as you start to drop your chest towards your right knee. One last time, please. And back. Good. So now that everything is working, we know that, let's start playing a little bit with our form. So we're pressing our hips forward. You really want to make sure that everything is really looking forward here. Now we're going to find the rotation. We have already prepared our spine to do that. You're going to place your right hand on your right knee. Maybe heel toe it slightly to the right, just to give a little bit of space. And position your left hand wherever you need to in order to help with this rotation. You're rotating your, I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm talking about. You're rotating the chest first to face your right knee. And then what I want you to try and do, and if you need to lean into your left shoulder, that's perfectly fine. Drop your left hip as far as it would go, so that you feel a stretch in your left oblique, in your left hip flexor. 2 more breaths here. Very nice. Elevate, reposition your upper body, and lift, placing your left hand now on your right knee. And once again, rotate. If this becomes really uncomfortable, return your left hand back on the floor. And if you're using a prop, that's what it is. One more breath. First, rotate back forward. Very nice. Place your hands back on the floor or on your props and drop your hips back. At first, your hips are going to be pretty high up, and you're going to start working on bringing your chest down toward your right knee. See if you can do a couple of things for me. Number one, pull your shoulders back and try and keep your back really, really flat. So we're not rounding it, and definitely not bringing our shoulders to the ears. The next thing I want you to try and do is point your toes as much as you can, and now shift your left hip slightly forward and right one slightly back. Point your toes, point your toes, point your toes. One more breath, just like that. Good. Lift up, releasing it just a little bit. Now I want you to activate your ankle again, bringing your toes in and rotate your toes out to the side. Inhale in with an exhale, drop your chest down again. If you can comfortably reach your toes, you're very welcome to use your right hand to press the toes out and in. I hope that makes sense, right? Let me show you what I'm looking at. There. This is the position, and this is how far we're going. This is really intense here, so it's very possible you are feeling it in the inner thigh, inner thigh and inner part of behind your knee. Stay with me, 3 more breaths. Do release it if you feel like it's a little too much. And just concentrate on hamstrings. It's a funky rotation throughout the entire hip. Very nice. Wherever you are, very slowly release that. Good. And we're going to go into bringing that right leg out. So it was in front, Now we're gonna go ahead and bring it out and slide it as far as you feel comfortable, really opening up our inner thighs. Use your hands here to help. Left knee is still bent, right leg is extended all the way to the right. And very gently shift your body, shift your hips forward and back, forward and back. You will feel the stretch different in your left side versus your right side because of the bent knee versus straight knee on the right side. 2 more breaths, please. Gentle, 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 as always. Take good care of your body. Heel toe your right foot back into neutral position. Bring your right knee in and left foot steps forward. We find our knee and our heel. And we're moving our body side to side. This is the first one on the side, although it's definitely more open now because we have tried so many things with it already. All right, let's go into movement. And back with an exhale. And forward with an inhale. And back with an exhale. And forward with an inhale. Pulling our shoulders back. Just move. Just notice how your body feels. Just open things up. Movement is wonderful. Movement is life. Breathe. Align that breathing and let it really help you. One last time. Coming back and coming forward. Yes. Very nice. Rock yourself once again, side to side. Feeling that things are good, things are happening here, and left hand is on your left knee. And first thing first, we are rotating. Our chest is now facing our left knee. Nice and slow. Gravity allows that right hip come as low as possible. Now rearrange and reposition your right hand so that you can really drop that right hip as low as you can. Lean into your right shoulder. Long right side of the body, really long. Please make sure that you're comfortable here. If you're not, just go back into regular right hip flexor stretch. Stay with me. Your body is in a very strange and crooked position. It's trying to figure out what is happening to it. Give it some time to adjust. And I hope this feels strange but good. Very gently press into that right hand. Good. Rotate, coming back in, positioning ourselves and lifting up. Right hand comes on your right knee and we're rotating. Left shoulder now goes all the way out. Once again, back to that spinal rotation, feeling good. Too much on your right hip flexor, release, reset, and come back in. Watch your body, love it. Take care of it. Very wonderful. All right, one more breath. Re-rotate, and let's go with our hamstrings. Shift your hips gently back. As soon as your left knee is straight, we're going to start working on opening things up. All right, shoulders back, back is flat. Inhale, and exhale, start to drop down. Remember to point your toes, don't bring them in. Inhale, and once again, drop it down. And you can continue going forward and back and up and down. But, or you can just stay isometric, so just stay without moving. So what I want you to do, really point those toes as far as you possibly can. It's a really, really good stretch for your shin here. Now, shift your left hip slightly back and right hip slightly forward. It's a tiny, tiny movement that will make a huge difference in the way you feel the stretch. Relax your head, relax your neck, relax your eyelashes, all good. If you find that there's a stretch that you absolutely want to hold longer, please do. Good, and from here, you're gonna take a nice long inhale and you're gonna lift into a more neutral position. This time, you're bringing your toes in and then you're gonna rotate, just like we did it on the other side, gentle. You're gonna rotate your toes to the left side of your body. Inhale in with an exhale. Once again, drop your chest forward. If you can and want to reach, place your left hand on your knees and help with this rotation. We're gonna all come out very prettily out of this one. I have a feeling. Whole bunch of new moves. Once again, move into them gently, but especially out of them. Don't jerk yourselves out of these. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale one last time. Yeah. Slowly release that. Good. Lift up. Now go ahead and bring that left leg out. Shift your body so that it is feeling a nice, happy stretch here between in your inner thighs. You are relying on your hands. Just go as far as you feel comfortable and very gently start to move your body forward and back. 5 more times. Breathing, 5 more breaths. How many times you move in between those breaths is up to you. Just find the very optimal position for your body where you're feeling this stretch. Very nice. When you're done, very gently heel toe your left foot all the way back in and shift your hips side to side. Get a feel for how you are, where you are, and we're going to go into hip stretch. Now we have 2 options. If you're not very flexible in your hips, feel free to do this one on the floor. So what you're going to do is lie down on the floor. I'm going to turn so that you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to do that both, facing you and away from you. You're going to place your right thigh over your left thigh, not like this, but really, really bring them across. Pull your knees towards your chest, and maybe your hips will come off the floor, maybe they won't. And you're going to slide your hands down, grab your ankles or the soles of your feet and gently pull them apart. All right? If you are with me and you're flexible, you are going to do the exact same thing in the seated position, where you're going to tuck your left leg under, you're going to bring your right leg over. We're going to go a little deeper into our hips after this one, and just follow me, but please, please, please listen to your body. All right, nice. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, and start to walk forward. Actually walk your hands forward. Good. Support yourselves with your hands, or if you can, And 1, 2, go ahead and drop into the stretch fully. Drop your head, round your back, all is good. We're here for another 45 seconds. With each exhale, try and relax your upper body into it ever so slightly, just a tiny bit more. Allow your hips to be really heavy. If you're lying on your back, keep opening up the distance between your feet using your arms. And wherever you are, gently release that, and we're gonna go for the other side. So just switch your legs if you're lying down and do the same thing. And if you are sitting up, same thing happens with you. Right leg under, left one over, settle in. We're getting closer to almost the end of it, and I want to make sure that we return back to our shoulders for a very quick sec before we're all done. Once again, another 35 seconds here. You're breathing and relaxing. It's going to be a wonderful day because our hips are going to be very open, because our spines are going to be that much longer, because our necks are going to be nut free, and because we're smiling through this entire beautiful 50-minute session. All right, here's our next variation. We won't stay here for too long, and please sit up. If it's too much, you can just continue working with the hips the way we were just hoping. Once again, switching left under, right over, or fine, we're gonna go into double pigeon. So this one is intense. You're gonna place your left shin along the long side of the mat. You're gonna grab your right heel and place it on your left knee. See how I'm kind of pretzel-like sitting on my left hip? There's a reason for that, because it ain't pretty. So very gently start to shift your right hip down. Be careful, please. Good. So you see how much distance I have between my right knee and my left heel? It's very normal. Most likely you're somewhere here as well. Unless, of course, you are a Cirque du Soleil person or just lucky with the hips. Good, nice and slow. Your right hip is now on the floor, and maybe this is as far as you're going to be able to go. You think you can, gently reach forward, bring your hands in front of you, and start to relax into it. If you've never done this one before, or you don't do it very often, you probably feel like your hips are going to pop out of their sockets. They won't. But you will feel that much more open in your hips. Now remember that if this is not your stretch, do the one that we were just doing a minute ago. 20 more seconds, please. Very nice. Wherever you are, gently release, and let's try that on the other side. So you're placing that right hip on the floor, lean into it, and your right shin is parallel to the long side of your mat, and you're placing your left heel right over that right knee, and your shins are parallel to each other. Even if your left knee is not on your right heel, it doesn't really matter. Just look down and make sure that they are parallel to each other. And then wherever you are, find your variation. It is intense. We're almost there. Relax your shoulders as you do that. Your body will come with it. I promise you, just breathe, 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 breathe. Very gently, come out of this one. Bring your legs in front of you, nice and straight, and just let them go. Very cool. All right, grab your towels, and then come into forward fold for me, and very gently, very slowly, lift all the way up. If it feels good, shift your hips gently side to side. Keep your head really heavy as you do that. 3 more breaths as you continue to lift. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Lifting all the way up with your next inhale, and bring that towel or your strap together with you. Drop your shoulders back and continue to rotate your arms. Try and keep your elbows as straight as possible and bring your arms all the way behind you. Continue all the way back down, nice and strong and very, very slow and gentle. Good, and we're gonna go in the opposite direction. Nice and deep inhale as you do that. Watch your body carefully. Feeling like something really good has happened, bring your arms right behind your ears. Lean to the right side of your body. You should feel like it is so much more open. Hopefully you do. Coming through the center, inhale. Coming all the way to the left. Nice. Come up to the center. Inhale, and once again, bring your arms all the way behind you. See how open your chest is? Can you please hold it like this for the rest of the day for me? Drop your arms behind you, and we are done for the day. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.